So y'all want to know the scariest thing is being a female, married, I have 2 kids, and I've been a stay-at-home mom for the past 10 plus years. I have no income. I have no money. I use my husband's credit card and I use my husband's money. 2 weeks ago, he told me that he wants to move forward with divorce. Like, I use an American Express credit card for everything. It's got my name on it, but obviously he pays the bill. He told me he's going to cut it off. And he said, you need to start using your own card now.
One of the riskiest things for women to do is to become a stay-at-home mother and rely on their partner financially. And now I say this knowing that there are many women who are stay-at-home mothers who didn't choose that path necessarily. Many women are being pushed out of the workforce due to high childcare costs, lack of paid parental leave, the motherhood penalty, the wage gap. We have seen women leave the workforce in droves for so many reasons, but especially mothers. And that puts them in a position where there is huge financial risk. If you haven't seen this video, it's incredibly sad. It's essentially a stay-at-home mother who has relied on her partner financially while raising their children. And her partner has come to her and said not only does he want a divorce, but also he's cutting her off financially, meaning she's in a position where she doesn't have a job and she has no access to money. And this is something that so many women experience, and it's incredibly scary. But the interesting thing is, I think people look at this and say, well, she should have known better, right? But there are so many women who are sharing their stories, and it's incredibly important that they do, because what this does is it informs generations of women coming after us what it looks like, right? What are the risks? What's the reality here? And it shows in the data that Gen Z women in particular are listening, right? Gen Z women are less likely to prioritize having children and having a marriage than they are to prioritize financial independence. And this is true for both conservative and liberal women. Women are choosing not to get married or to not have children more than men are. You see from 1993 to now that the women, young women, 12th graders, they don't want to get married in the way that they used to, yet young boys still do. And that's because for men, there is not the same risk there is for women. There is inherent risk in partnering with men. There is inherent risk in having children. There is inherent risk in becoming a stay-at-home mother, and most men never experience that. And so young women are learning. They are hearing from generations above them what it looks like, what the reality is. And unfortunately, the reality is there's nothing more risky than a woman relying on her partner financially. And I know that's awful to hear. Like, we want to believe that we enter into these marriages and we're going to be well taken care of, but unfortunately, that's just not the reality for many women. And even if you are a stay-at-home mom, because unfortunately, many women don't have a choice, there are things you can do to prepare accordingly to protect yourself financially, and it's important that you do so, because unfortunately, what's happening to this woman is all too common, and women find themselves in a position where not only do they not have a job, they don't have finances, but this is going to impact them for a lifetime. So this is something that young women are thinking about, and women, young women especially, are choosing not to have kids, choosing not to get married, and prioritizing financial independence because of stories like this.